Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Rarest Drop series where I take your submissions and scour the internet for the rarest recorded drops in old school RuneScape history. It's been almost 2 months since the last episode, but I've been diligently collecting images and I really got a ton of great submissions over the last couple of months. So I've tried to procure a variety of different images. Today we have some pictures proving some very insane luck across a variety of different pieces of content, so I think you're really going to enjoy it. As always, if you guys want to submit an image for one of these videos, feel free to hop onto my Discord and leave it in the video submissions channel. Whenever I make a video, I will look through there, so if you want me to see it, that would be the best place. As always, don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, all that good stuff. Anyway guys, let's get started. Now to start us off here at number 10, we have a drop that I don't think I've ever seen before, and this was from a player by the name of BraveMelon. Now BraveMelon was doing some challenge mode Chambers of Xeric, and on kill count number 93 they finally managed to get the metamorphic dust. Now that's pretty damn lucky considering it's 1 out of 400 to get the dust, and challenge mode Chambers of Xeric do take quite a while, but that's not it. They obviously go for the back-to-back, and on kill count 94 they get another metamorphic dust. Metamorphic dust is incredibly rare, and the odds of getting that back-to-back is about a 1 in 160,000 chance, and together with the omelet pet, there was only a handful of players who actually had them both, but somehow BraveMelon ended up with a spare. So coming up next here, we have a player by the name of Jay who is doing Fasani's Nightmare, and they got a completely loaded drop. Now starting off here, they got the Inquisitor's Mace, which is probably the second most desirable item there, at least as far as item value goes, but that's not it. On top of getting one of the most desirable items possible, they also managed to roll 2 tertiary drops. They got the Parasitic Egg and even an Elite Clue Scroll all in the same drop, and rounding it off nicely with the 23 Bass, so a huge congratulations to Jay. Now, before I move on with the next image, I just want to take a minute to shout out Crumb's store. If you don't know, Crumb, the YouTube content creator, makes these really cool RuneScape figurines. Some are 3D printed and some are cast in resin, and they're all hand painted. And he has quite a variety of iconic RuneScape characters. They just look so cool, and he's even running an anniversary sale right now, so it's a great opportunity to support not only Crumb, but also myself. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, there will be a link in the description for that. I think you'll find some really cool stuff there. So coming up next here, we have a player by the name of waterz, who is an Ironman doing a bit of Chaos Elemental. Now players will often meme on the Chaos Elemental pet because the drop rate is so common, but waterz still managed to get a very rare drop here. They managed to get not only the Chaos Elemental pet, but also a Dragon Pickaxe in the exact same kill. Especially for an Ironman, the Dragon Pickaxe is actually incredibly useful and can kind of be a pain to get. The odds of getting both of these in the exact same kill is roughly 1 in 75,000, which is pretty damn rare, also considering you have to be in the wilderness. Fighting this god-awful boss makes this even better, and I bet waterz is probably ecstatic to be able to leave this place at only 18 kill count. I know I would be at least. Now speaking of Ironman luck, next up here we have a player by the name of Overtpyro who looks to have received one of the rarest possible drops from a clue scroll, and only on Master Clue number 20 did they manage to not only get one of the rarest items in the game, but one of the most expensive. Now, often players who end up getting this usually get it from a Mimic because it's just so much more likely. Just to put it into perspective, the odds of getting it from a Mimic are around 1 in 5,500, something like that. The odds of getting it straight up from a Master Clue is 1 out of 313,000 per roll. It would be quite a flex if you kept it on your Ironman, but I'm sure most people would probably transfer it off. Who knows what it's going for right now? It's one of the few items in the game going for over max cash, which is pretty damn insane. So a giant congratulations to Overtpyro. Now next up here we have a player by the name of ViolentEMT who was casually doing some Motherlode mine. At the time of this image they were around halfway to level 92. So they're just hanging out and all of a sudden they get the Rock Golem pet. At level 91 mining, not bad. So of course they continue on with their life. They go deposit a few inventories of pay dirt, and just about 5 minutes later, they roll once again a golem pet. Now it's incredibly rare to get skilling pets near together because they're just so rare. From Motherlode Mine, the odds of getting one per pater is around 1 in 250,000. And while of course they didn't get them back to back, but getting them within 5 minutes of each other, pretty damn insane. Maybe after that you should go buy a few bags of gems and see if you can get the onyx from them. So far today I think only one person has that, but who knows, maybe it could be you as well. But anyway, so lucky, congrats to ViolentEMT. Now, coming up next year, we have a really interesting image. It's from a live stream, and this is partly luck and partly just pure perseverance. Now, this is from the perspective of someone named Hi, and they were doing a mega scaled raid. You can see in the corner that they were in the raid for 4 hours and they accrued 3.5 million points. So like I said, it's kind of hard to say exactly what the rarity of this is, but look at the chat. Because of how many points they had, they ended up getting 5 purples in a single raid. Somebody ended up getting Dragon Claws, 2 people got Arcanes, someone got a Bulwark and a Dex Prayer Scroll. Not the most valuable items, but someone also did get the Omelette as well, making this the raid with the highest amount of rewards I've ever seen. Like I said, it's pretty much hopeless for me to try to calculate how rare this is, but you know what, regardless, they spent 4 hours in the raid. I think they deserve at least a couple Arcanes in a Dense Bulwark. Maybe they deserve more actually. So coming up next year, we have an insanely lucky player who once again was doing Visanity's Nightmare. Now they have quite a solid kill count there already. Look at this drop, so valuable. They ended up getting not only a harmonized orb worth nearly a bill at the time, they also got the Inquisitor's Halberd worth around 215 mil. So in the current meta, this drop is worth much more than the Twisted Bow. Probably one of the most valuable drops you can get from PVM right now. And once again, we have the Lucky Bast. Now, when you kill the Visanity's Nightmare, you roll at both the Armor, Mace, and Staff drop table, as well as the drop table with all of the orbs in them, and you can get them in the same kill as this person illustrates. So roughly, the odds of getting a double drop like this at the Visanity's Nightmare is around 185,000. And really, the only thing that could top this is maybe a Harmonized Orb and a Inquisitor's Mace in the same kill. But you know what? It's still probably one of the most valuable and expensive drops in the game right now. Now, next up here, we have a player by the name of VeganScape who, well, wasn't being particularly vegan when they were taking out the Crystalline Hunlif. That said, they managed to get one of the most stacked drops from the Gauntlet I've ever seen. They were only on their 5th Corrupted Gauntlet completion, and they managed to get all of the rare seeds in a single kill. I wasn't even sure that could happen, but apparently it can. They got a Crystal Weapon Seed, a Crystal Armor Seed, and a Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed, all in the same kill. For one totaling around 180 million value. But more so just incredibly lucky. The Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed has a drop rate of 1 out of 400, the Crystal Weapon Seed has a drop rate of 1 out of 50, and the Crystal Armor Seed also has a drop rate of 1 out of 50. But really just completing the entire set in one kill is pretty badass. The only thing missing here is the pet, but again, I don't even know if that's possible. So coming in here at the number 2 spot is Paul Blart, who had a really interesting and rare interaction at Bandos. So him and a friend were doing some Bandos, and they managed to get a very nice drop at the Bandos hilt. However, one drop that players often will forget about is the Goblin Champion Scroll, which you can actually get from the minions at a drop rate of 1 to the 5,000. So they got that back to back. Bandos hilt into Goblin Champion Scroll. A 1 to the 500 into a 1 to the 5,000. That's pretty damn lucky to me. And also the fact that Paul Blart got both of them makes it even a little bit more rare. Now coming in at the number 1 spot is kind of an interesting one. I didn't really expect a drop like this to get number 1, but you know what? It's really damn rare. A player by the name of Nyanzii was doing some Kraken, and they somehow managed to get a back-to-back-to-back Kraken Tentacle. The Kraken Tentacle is only moderately rare on its own at a drop rate of 1 to the 400, but beyond the Trident, it is the signature drop here, and the odds of getting 3 Kraken Tentacles back to back is around 1 in 64 million. So ridiculously rare, definitely not making Nyanzii rich, but you know what, a really cool drop and so incredibly rare. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as always. Once again, if you guys do have a rare drop, don't forget to leave it in the video submissions channel. Thanks for watching guys, as always, and I will see you next time. Now before I go here, I want to give a massive thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to Guy Fawkes, Wolf of the Hunt, Timothy Chen, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed at the Dragon tier. Always appreciate you guys. Thanks again so much. Also a giant thank you to CJ Ruse, Mexose, Bratton Graffin, NDM1, Yo-Yo Sub 89, and Base Titch for all being subscribed at the Runite tier. Again, means a lot, guys, always appreciate it. And of course, thank you to anyone else supported me in one way or another. As always, if you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is a great way to do so. You can become immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to my video release schedule, and of course, get a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time.